Hey guys, and welcome to today's video on the top 10 winning products for April. Now, these products are products that I personally go through that I think that have a good wow factor and align to people that is good for beginners to understand, to build a business around. Now, it's strongly recommended that I look into these products, and then I strongly recommend that you build a business around them. Don't just market this one product. Obviously market this product, but try and build a brand around this product. Okay, now as we go through this, we're going to talk through all the benefits of it. This sheet is down below. Do with it as you see fit. It just has an outline recommendations. Again, like anything, I like to give out a sheet or a slides just to sort of further help support, because I know that talking about and then having the direct links and stuff saves you a bit of time, and it's just something that you can easily reference at any stage. So firstly, we got this Rock Bros bell. Now, as a cyclist, whether you're on a road bike, a mountain bike, for example, especially for people that are going on footpaths or cyclists on the road, very important to have a simple bell, and a nice sturdy bell is very important. A lot of bells are very flimsy, and I've had that myself as a cyclist many times. I would focus on the fact that it is very loud. It's easy and labor saving. By pressing down on the bell, the image says it all. The bell gives out a warning bell sound. The sound can be heard gently touching the bell. A lot of bells, with the springs, you have to press them, and it's actually quite painful. This, just a gentle one, and it makes a nice bell. As you can see, it looks very nice. It's going to fit a lot of bikes, because most bikes generally have black handlebars. So it works quite well there. It's quite universal. I would make sure to see if you can get it in different colors, because some people will like them in different colors. I would very much try and focus on making sure that it aligns to your own brand. They've done good jobs with their branding around this product, and I would focus on that. You can see that it's easy to install, fits for most bikes, and superior materials. That's what people want. As I said, a lot of them are very flimsy. I would focus on trying to show a flimsy one as a video. If you try and use your mobile and that it doesn't work, it's frustrating. What I would generally do in many regards is you would get a mobile and you would get like a little stand, and I just do it myself, record, and simply have it where I just have some doorbell that I've got that's an old one, that it's not working well, very frustrated, and then I have this new one and it just makes a great sound. I would then do some editing where I would have some like audio sound waves coming out, and I would even try and have it so that like I'm riding along. I know these things take a lot more effort, but again, it sort of really signifies the point of why this product's really, really good. I would even go to the extent of going along a footpath, having a friend or something walking along, and I'd be going past with this one, and the old one, they couldn't hear it. This one, they could, and it was easy, and I go by. And you're just trying to plant in someone's head exactly what is going to resonate. And as I said, if you get like a simple little stand, you can buy them on whatever, even AliExpress and all of that. Just a camera stand, a phone stand that's a tall one that stands up. A lot of people use them in gyms and stuff as well, and you use it for that. It's an invaluable resource. So that's sort of the first product. The margins are good. Most people will probably buy a maximum of 2, because a lot of people have 2 bikes for them and their partner. So that's what I would sort of keep in mind as well. So you use something like quantity breaks in the sort of, Debutify theme and all of that. Use the quantity breaks, and I would try and do upsells with this as well. Would work quite well to boost your average order value when it comes to this. I would offer things like free shipping, as well as other items that I could try and sell with it. It would be gloves. It would be things like bike grips. Those types of things that can be easy accessories that would go with it, that you give them a nice discount, and away they go. On to product number 2. We have this microfiber fast drying towel. So you can sort of see here that what I really like about this as well, the site is nice. It's laid out nice. They've aligned that nicely. And you can see that they very much focus on just the product, and then the reviews and the product details. You can see that whenever you look at the product details, this is what you want to look at, right? These are the things. Have a quick read. Say goodbye to long wait times. Long wait times is a key part. Ultra absorbent microfiber, easy to use, time saving, one size fits most. See how they put most, not all, because that's a risk measure. Machine washable and hair friendly. Very important things that women want. Obviously, the target audience for this is women. I'm talking in United States. Now, this item would actually be good for younger women naturally as well. Normally, I say women 25 to 44 is the golden age, but because of the price of this product being $19, I would put it $19.99. That's just how I generally do it, and it's got good margins. Women will buy multiple of these as well, and it's something that I would definitely focus on adding as well for quantity breaks, because women will probably want 2 of them. So when one's being washed, because I want to wash it, they have a backup as well. And because it's quite cheap, it's very affordable. Okay. You can see that, priority processing. So very clear that, this is a drop shipping product. You can tell as well that these reviews as well, I think that looks as the review app, and they've got nice different types of colors as well. I would very much focus on trying to add in more colors, and you can see the aesthetic fits the type of product nicely there too. Now, so pretty much as well, I would try and upsell this with other items. Off the top of my head, I'd have to do a bit more research, but I would try and other items would be maybe like a hairbrush. Anything sort of relating to the hair would probably be something that's important. Or things that come to mind, a lot of times when women do their hair, when it comes to this as well, they also want to then do their things like their eyebrows and stuff too. That's when they're sort of doing more, cleaning of their face. So it's a perfect time for them to do it. Or nail clippers would be another one. Women generally do that. They sit on the couch now. So keep that in mind. So this one, I would actually market this. A lot of it would probably 18 to 44-year-old women would be perfect. I would focus on women that are into fashion magazines and hair brands, right? There's plenty of hair brands. I can't remember them off the top of my product, but, look up various hair brands and the way you go. So that's what I would focus on there. The next one is, now this is a sort of slightly different version of a dog product that I've seen a number of times, right? So a number of these I've seen numerous times already. Now, the branding they've done for this is garbage. Firstly, I would make sure that you would set up a nice theme, because I want to talk not just about winning product, but so again, just use something like the Debutify theme, get you through this. This just looks like this is just a free Shopify theme. I don't know which off the top of my head it is, but it looks crap. And then with this is going to off-put people, right? At least spend some time to remove that image. Makes a massive difference. Now, if we're to look at the benefits, I just look at the benefits, and you can see that this isn't even optimized for desktop. Very, very bad. So it's perfect for walking the dog. Feed, water, pardon me. It's terrible English as well. So you can see that, you want to feed your dog. It's got a little bit for food. So if you want to have some treats, and then water, right? What I like about it, it's got a leakage hole inside, so it stops it from leaking. I can't even properly see that. And again, a lot of it's in, I believe, Chinese. And you can see that if I could show this, I don't know, scroll down. These are the benefits you want to show. Store grain about 180 mils of storage. Press down for the water outlet and downward fluctuation lock, which is really, really good there. So you can switch between the two. And water storage of 330 mils. So this is perfect for a lot of people. And the other thing that I didn't touch on is how easy it is to hold. So you can put it around your wrist. So I would very much focus on, if you have a dog with the leash, holding this and giving your dog some food or water when they're thirsty, okay? Especially for a lot of people that run with their dogs. I would even, as this product starts selling well, try and look into methods. One of the things, if you can have it as a part of a dog harness, attached to the actual dog harness that just has some little bit of food and water on both sides. That's just a general idea that I think would work really, really well, because a lot of people, when they're running their dogs, you want to wear as minimal as possible, because it's painful and it's frustrating. If you can have it on their dog, they don't mind, and a nice harness, it'll do really well. But for this, you obviously want to mark it in that sense, again, as a video, and you can see it's got multiple colors. I would focus this on people that are into dogs and dog brands, as well as just sort of the pet niche as a whole, in terms of pet related brands would be all you would need to market that to. This is probably going to be more women that would buy this more than men. You're probably going to find for this, well, it's in AUD, so in USD that's probably about $12. You could try 18 to 24, but generally I also find that a lot of people don't get dogs until they're sort of in their mid-20s a lot of the time. So I would look at probably getting 25 to 44-year-old men and women, because a lot of people are going to be doing this when they're walking or running their dogs. And that's sort of the perfect age. The price point is right. And I would try and upsell this because it's got a low average order value. So I would make sure to try and add that in with other items. As I just sort of said, a dog harness, things like dog collars, dog nail clippers, very important things. Or even for people with runners and stuff as well, things for your mobile phone. Very, very important, because a lot of people, when they're walking, they usually have their mobile phone, don't they? All right, so moving on to the next product on Wayfair. Now, Wayfair is a brand that gets other brands' products and helps sell them. So you can see the product price. This is, I believe, in USD. I don't see anywhere on the website, but around $18. So the margins are good. And you can see that everyone in their house has jars. So it's got quite universal appeal. It's very simple. A lot of people can't open jars, right? I'm sure we've all had that problem. This item is perfect for this in the sense that it's very easy and allows you to take it off. Pretty much universal, right? It's a universal jar opener is what I would market it as. The word universal, all in one. Things like universal and all in one are very, very important. So I would focus on that very much so. As I said, easy to clean, easy to put away. It sits over a jar and it pulls it off, right? And it doesn't break the jar, which is obviously very, very important there. So I would have it literally as a video where you're trying to open it. You can't. And then you do something like this, boom, it's open, away you go. And with the price point, people will be like, boom, this is easy as pie. People will probably only buy one. Hence why they're trying to do bundles. So this is where, you want to do your upsells of your bundles as well. It'll very much help with your average order value. Very important there. In terms of who to market this to, I would market it to people that are into cooking, kitchens, kitchenware, various kitchenware brands, and famous chefs is a very good audience. I find famous chefs a very good audience, as well as food magazines or food editorials do really, really well, because people that are very into that will be into those types of items. Moving on to the next item. We're on GearBest. Now, I like this item when I saw it as someone that has pets, and a lot of pots. Having items like this is really, really handy where, things like pot plants, transplanting them so you don't get dirt in your car, you don't get dirt in your trailer. It's just a simple little item, and because of the fabric that it's used, very easy to clean. You can put it straight into your compost bin, for example, and away you go, right? So I would just simply show how it's very good for people that are into plants. I would focus on people 25 to probably 54. A lot of older people love gardening. Men and women really love gardening, and I would focus on people that are into gardening TV shows and gardening magazines do really well, or any famous figures that are like, let's say, a horticulturist would be a very important one. People that are very big on the environment and gardening will be people that would be great to try and use as interests for targeting this product. You can see the product is very cheap, right? Even as the bigger versions, it's extremely cheap. Right? So people will probably buy multiple of these. So you would want to try and incentivize using quantity breaks, and I would also try and do bundles. Bundles of other items, let's say like pots or gloves, as an obvious upsell will then help improve your average order value. So pretty much that's how I would do that there. Of course, the United States is where I generally start to do my initial testing. Moving on to the next product. This one was in a different language. If I translate this to English, you can see that the theme, I just will say, you can tell it's on Shopify. It's a free theme. It's just not nice, right? You can tell this is just a drop shipper that has set this up and put in minimal effort. In regards to the item itself, the item is cool. It's basically a toy for kids. Now, for some reason, all the images, they're finally loading. 4 modes. It's got music, simulated breathing sounds, and lights. So it's like sort of a night light. And it's just really, really cool, especially as parents will want this for their kids. The price is a bit high though, so I would try and see if you can get a bit lower. Very much help there. You can see Black Friday sale. Do not follow that. Oh, it's obviously not Black Friday. Now, if we have a closer look, as I said, I look at the images and it gives me a lot of the marketing. Unzip the doll, put in the batteries, keep the battery switch on. So pretty straightforward. Music, lights, and breathing. Activate all functions with the switch on the sole. So you can easily sort of do that. Again, parents will buy this, grandparents will buy this. I would focus this towards probably 25 to 65-year-old women would be the ones that will most likely buy it. People that are into children's brands, various children's brands, like here in Australia, there's things like Huggies, or TV, kids movies would be another really good one I find works really, really well there. So those would be the ones that I would sort of market that to. That's all sort of you really need to do there. In terms of, as I said, the theme, I would use something like the Debutify theme. You can just see this is just not nice. At least to lay it out nicely, show the benefits, show marquee, show reviews more. They, have reviews, but they haven't even imported reviews. So, make sure you spend a little bit of time on doing that as well, because you do want to do that. Yes, they have the trust badges, but in a lot of sort of themes now, you can just have it integrated there anyway. It's a big thing. They do have the sticky add to cart though as well. In terms of the video, I would try and show the actual benefits, right? The image does not do enough. The video is where if you can buy the product and just show it using your mobile, the benefits of the product would be great. You don't need to show a child in it, but the benefits of this product. Okay, videos with these types of products generally will work best for you. Okay, moving on to the next product. This product's just a simple little item, very cheap. This will be marketed mainly towards women. Men will buy it too, but I would still say, based on this, I would again say 25 to 44-year-old women in the United States. I would focus this on women that are into clothes and various large fashion brands and fashion magazines, like let's say Cosmopolitan. As many of you know, I focus on those. I don't get super granular with my interest. I do 2 to 10 million and let the product mainly sells itself. With the product and the creative, it really does sell itself, and that's what you need to do. So you can see that this is simple. Again, the theme is crap, but outside of that, really smart and practical, skid-proof design, compact for easy storage, high quality and lightweight, and then it just has their reasons to buy from them. I would focus on that, and I would focus on portable. Like, this is great where I would focus on how easy it is to put in a suitcase. And with the fact that it's foldable and put in a suitcase, you can take it and then you can put it in a hotel room and hang up your clothes, especially for, let's say, a business person that wants to keep their clothes from getting creased, things like that. This is fantastic. People that are traveling, right? So you want to focus on people that are into airplane brands, or people that are looking to go on holidays. I would look at holiday TV shows are very good, popular ones. Here in Australia, there's one called Getaway, very popular show because everyone loves to go on holiday. So focus on those and focus on airlines as the brands, or ones that help you get cheap flights. Like here in Australia, there's one like Flight Centre, for example. People that are interested in that are flying for a reason. And you want to sort of focus on that as well. In terms of business people as well, if you want to target that, I would actually focus on brands that are around men's and women's business fashion, right? Business fashion, right? High-end fashion, businessmen and women will like these types of items to give it that. Now, if you can give also, as a tip, variety of that, you can choose different colors. A lot of them will just want this because it's foldable and fits in a suitcase. So very much focus on that and include it with the colors as well. Very important there, right? Very important distinctions that I wanted to make that very, very clear. Moving on to the next item. We've got this double-sided pet hair remover brush. Now you can see they've laid this out quite nicely. They got the benefits. They got the, quantity breaks. They've got the bundles, and then they've got testimonials, and they've got the page laid out nicely. Okay, very good. That's all we really need to do. And now let's have a look at the benefits. Now you can see that they've got the lifetime warranty. How does this work? Shipping, delivery. If we have a look, easily remove dust and hair without damaging clothes. So the next item we want to look at is I just look at all the pictures and get an idea. I like to do this live so you also try and learn. And you can see how it just sort of helps to clean up these various areas as well. So double-sided, usable, strong practicality, okay? So it just allows you to remove pet hair without damaging anything, right? So one side shaving smooth on the other side. So it shaves the hair and then it smooths out the fabric. Really, really important. I would very much keep that in focus. Designed for pet parents by pet parents, right? Your $200 you know, so you don't need a $200 vacuum, okay? So for $15, it's very cheap, okay? So that's really, really awesome. I would very much focus on that. And you can see that for that low price though, using the bundles, it would be really, really important when it comes to that. You can see they've even got these videos, which is nice. Absolutely love that. And you can see that they're showing lightweight and convenient, right? So it just, and what I'm trying to say is whenever you look at these, you know that someone's put some effort into this. This is really, really good. A really nice sort of simple landing page, even with the before and after, okay? So you can sort of see that, you know, this is before and now after. So you can see the carpet looked crap. Now it looks really good. Before and after really helps a great deal there. And you can see that, you know, they're trying to show the benefits of theirs compared to vacuums. So what a great idea that is, right? So I get a lot of my marketing initiatives just by looking at the product as well. And I start to get my inspiration. I would try and show an actual video of before and after. Someone using a vacuum, it not picking up the hair, then this picks up the hair. Okay, simple as that. And because it's so cheap, you don't, you know, need to buy a $200 vacuum. I would even make it more than that, like a $400 vacuum. For $15, you can get this, and it does the same thing as well. Easily used, easily stored, very robust are the things that I would focus on. I would focus on people that are 25 to 44 years old. I would focus on people that are into dog brands and into dogs as a whole, and famous people that are into dogs, right? There's a lot of famous people. Just look into it. Google famous people with dogs, ChatGPT nowadays, and use those famous people, because a lot of people that follow them love their pets just as much, right? So very, very important. Keep the audiences broad, and away we go. But as I said, I would try and do bundles with that as well. Moving on. Okay, so this is another great item that I looked at, the Birdie. Now, this is very well branded. You can see that they've branded this very, very well, trying to show off the benefits. But they only have 5 reviews, which I find a little odd, but they've either way branded it, and you can see that, you know, they do have a sizable audience. You can see always stay. So it's, I didn't even think of this, you know, on public transport, walking around campuses, out the town for your child, right? Or on travels, right? So you can see that this is very targeted based on the branding towards women. So very much, it's easy to say it's women. Now, if you go down here, it's weird. It says it's got 13,000 reviews, but actually it only has 5. So this implies that this is something's a bit off there. But in terms of this, it's a great item. You can see it's ear-piercing sound, get help from far away, long-lasting battery life, and TSA friendly. Those are very, very important. And you can see 1 in 3 women are assaulted, you know, in her lifetime, which is obviously horrible, but you can see the point of why this product solves such a problem. And so women can carry this around their keychain, very, very simple. And, you know, because it does happen, right? These things. So this is a great one. And you can see, look at all the color variants it has. They've put a lot of effort into the color variants. Show this, that, show the benefits of this product. I would not show in a video of someone actually getting, you know, assaulted. I would not do that in any regard, but I would definitely show the benefits of this product just in terms of security, and I would also show it for kids. It's just a great item for kids when they're maybe in a situation that is not safe. Okay, so but please, if you make it creative, don't show anything about something like that is traumatizing. You can talk about it, but do not show that, right? That will probably actually get your ad account suspended. So just as a little pro tip there, keep that in mind. You can see that the price, $29 each. People will buy multiple for them, friends, kids, so it automatically does well. And you can see they've actually tried to do it where it has this first and this last, because we normally look left to right, not right to left. So they're really trying to do that as well. And you can see with the multiple colors, women want multiple colors, right? You can see this is a very distinct color, and there's a lot of, things that women want when it comes to these types of colors as well. Very well branded, very good product. The margins, I'd say, are quite good. Looking at from what I've seen on AliExpress, $30, right? And people will buy multiple of them for friends and stuff too. So I would target this towards women, 25, 44 women. And now in terms of who interests you would target women that are, I would try and find famous people that are into women empowerment. Okay, so I would Google famous people that are into women empowerment, and I would try and find a number of famous people around that. Okay, that's very important. The movement of women nowadays about empowerment is just a huge movement right now. So you want to try and find big advocates for it. And I would just Google that off the top of my head. I don't know any off the top of my head, but I know it's a massive, massive thing. And that's where I would sort of start. And I would do a bit more research off the top of my head. That's exactly where I would focus. And then I would further go down that path once I've got a better idea of the interests, okay? Lastly, we have this item, which I quite liked personally as well. An improved childlike door lever, right? Prevents toddlers from opening doors. Now, the page is crap, okay? The brand is crap. Again, just minimal effort, but the product caught my attention. This image could actually says a million words. And it's rare. When an image says a million words, that means to me it's a great product, okay? And it's easy to use. You can just see it's so straightforward, right? Means it's locked down for when you want to use it as a parent. Simple as that. If you can use an image for this, would be fantastic. But if you can use a video trying to show that someone's trying to, when a kid's trying to open it and can't because they open it without it and they get into, let's say, the pantry when they shouldn't, then that's obviously what parents don't want. And then you put that on, stops them from getting in the pantry, for example, or somewhere, where they shouldn't be going in the house. Absolutely fantastic. You can see that it rotates 120 degrees. It's so simple to install. It's basically universal to any sort of lock. So I would actually, instead of improved, I would say universal child-proof door lever lock, right? This is crap, what they've sort of done there. The pricing, the description, it is a 3-pack though, which is even better. Improved design, adult. So you can see this product has done well. This is a phenomenal product, right? And this one, out of all of them, I actually think the last two are my favorites. But that's pretty much what I would be marketing. I would be marketing this to 25 to 44-year-old women who are mums, okay? Who follow famous other mums, as well as into baby-related brands, right? Baby brands, again, things like Huggies. I'd have to Google them off the top of my head for the other brands, but I would focus on those brands. Would work quite well. Women follow those. They're very big advocates on those. And as I said, famous women who are mums, right? Mums resonate with other mums. They talk with other mums. That's just how mums are, right? So keep that in mind. Focus on those interests. 2 to 10 mil, away you go. I've got videos coming out on more courses on how to market and that more as well. But that's pretty much it. As I said, that's it for this week. This month, pardon me. This is down in the description. Completely free. Do with it as you see fit. I hope this has been helpful. I want to also not just give the products, but obviously an understanding, right? And be as transparent about it as possible. Thinking about safety, psychology, marketing, and branding all at the same time, so you sort of get the full understanding. I hope this has been helpful for you today. Have a lovely day. Take care and goodbye.